So today, guys, I'm going to be taking us on how to build a lead qualification AI agent. And first, we're going to be going through a demo of how it works. So here is the one I built. And first, starting off with the schedule trigger, then we have the leads, which was fetched from the Google Sheet. The next is a loop that loops each leads in batches of 20, 10, as long as you want it, 500, name it. Then next, it passes it onto this code 2, where we extract the fields we need. After then, moving into the lead scoring agent, here we get the lead score, recommendations, and then we transform the data into fields, then merge it, and we actually merge the data and updates the field. So that's how it works. So let me just show you a bit of the data. So this is the data we're going to be using, the leads. I got this from Belly Data Consult. So back to the workflow. Next now is the resources you would need, which is having an N10 account. You can find the link to creating one in the description, and OpenAI key, API key, and third is a spreadsheet that has leads. Yes. So, and throughout this tutorial, we're going to be using just one workflow, which is the lead qual agent. So let's get right into it. First thing first, I have my blank workflow, and just like I've said, we have to create the schedule trigger. Yes, there we go. Now we have our schedule trigger. Next is getting the data. So you could get your own data through HubSpot and any other CRM tool. So, but we are going to be using Google Sheets. So to do that, we're going to search for the Sheet node. There we go. And now we're going to be getting the data using the get row. But first, let's change this to get leads. Get leads. Then just go straight to the sheet. So I forgot to mention, you're going to be needing a Google Port 2 API key. I'm going to create a video on how you could actually get all these credentials. So, but moving on, selecting the sheet. Now, you need to be careful here. Why? Is because you might just want to run this workflow just per leads, or you want to run it in batches, that is batches of 20, 30, 40. So we're going to be doing the two. So first is running it in batches and using the status to fetch the not scored data. Not scored, when I mean not scored, the status for which, so we could see this one has been scored, so we don't want to tamper with this anymore. Now we go with, okay, scored. So yes, so the data we're expecting to see is Joshua Valentine. So now to get Joshua Valentine, let's save, then run our execute our workflow. So we're expected to get one, but we're getting all. That is because we've actually not set the option to return only the first matching rows. And this is how you set it. Combine filters, add the return only first matching rows option. So when we execute again, we would see we have only one, which is John Valentine. So next now is extracting the fields we need, and we're going to be using that using the code node. Yes, so I actually have the JavaScript written somewhere. Let me get it. Yeah, so here's our code. So what this does is actually it just fetches the fields we need, then push it to the next node. So you have the name, email, company, position, timeline, project type, industry. So those are what just we need. So when we execute, so you can see it's been reduced compared to this long list here. So next now is adding the AI agent, to which we are going to rename to lead scoring agent. Yes, so adding the AI node, we've renamed it. Yes, and now the user input should be defined, and what comes here is actually the lead details that will be used, that the agent will use to qualify each lead. And we also need to add the system message. So let me get that where I had it stored. So now, yes, for the user message, you can see we only have the lead details. And moving on to the system message, where we defined the roles and responsibilities for this agent on how it should perform. Then yeah, here we go. You are a lead qualification expert. Analyze these lead details and score them from 0 to 100 based on this. Then we have the lead details. Then we have the output should be in this JSON format. So now, not forgetting, we need to add our chart model. So for me, just like I said, OpenAI. Yes. So let me just use the latest released one, 5. We are good. Save. Then we execute. Okay. Let's just click to just see the results. Okay, sorry guys, my camera went off a minute. Yep. So this is the output here, and you can see it's pretty much messed up in the JSON format. So we need to add a new node which to actually transform that, and we're going to be using the edit field. So here we have the edit node. Yes, edit fields. Yep. So we create a response field and execute the previous node just to have what we are looking for. So we have the output here, drag it here, down here. So when we execute now, you see we still have the same JSON format, but we actually need a more predefined format. So we're going to be changing the data type to objects. Then we run it again, so we can see it's well formatted. So now next now is to actually merge the data. So why are we using the merge node? We're using the merge node because in order for us to properly assign the lead score to that particular lead. So we use the merge. Then under the mode, we're going to be using combine and using position, just 2 positions. Let me just perform this very well. So Now the first input should come from this sheet, and the second input should come from the fields. Yes. Yes, okay. Then next we run the merge. So I want you to take a close look at this. You could see now we have the qualification, reasoning, recommendation empty, and score empty, but we have them here, right? So now that's why we use the merge in the first place. So now next is to add the sheets, to which we'll use to update the leads. So Google Sheet. Then next is to update row. Same process, same sheet, same document. So we're going to be updating the rows based on the name, since it's actually primary key that it is a unique identifier. So column match on name. Select this. So we don't need the email since they have been dated already. Position, company. We only need qualification. So we're going to be leaving from qualification, reasoning, recommendation, score, and status. So first thing first, you're going to drag the qualification under this response. So qualification, we have the qualification. The next is what? Reasoning. So we're going to add the reasoning. The next is the recommendation from the agent. The next is the score, total score. Good. So now we're going to be saying this lead has been scored. Good. So remember the name Joshua Valentine. Let's check one more time. You could see it has not been updated yet. But let's look after we run this now. It's going to be updated. So there we go. You see classifying as a nurture priority. Okay. Warm lead. Okay. Let's see. Check our output. We could see nice. It has been updated. So that's how you actually build your lead scoring agent. And to make this on a batch process, we have to include a loop. So now scoring leads of 20 at once, 30, 500, you're going to lead a loop. So where does the loop comes in here? The loop could come in before the code transformation or after. So I would rather leave it after. So let's say the loop comes in here. Oh, let's just leave it here. Loop. Yes. So let's start with batch of 10. Depending on how many leads you have and how many leads you want to do per day. So remove this. Becoming messy. So the loop should start by going to the code, then the Excel sheet should come back to the loop. Yes, there we go. Yes, so let's leave this merge up here. Let's leave something like this, so we're on the same page. Yes. Okay. So then later on we can just add a Gmail, but we'll come back to that. So now we have this loop here 10, but first we must actually remove this filter in order for us to run it in batches. So removing the filter, then we should now have all the leads that have not been scored. Yes, these are all the leads that have not been scored. It's confirmed by checking. You could see we don't have recommendations scored. So we want to score these leads in batches of 10. And when we come here to the code, you see 10 has been passed in. So let's just execute the workflow. Save. So you see it's scoring the leads one after the other. So you can see as we have it here, it has successfully scored 10 items, the first batch. And let me move to the merge section. So you see 10 items. If you're going to put it in JSON format, you see we have a lot. So that's how you actually generate and score multiple leads all at once using this AI agent. So here you have it, your lead scoring agent. Remember what we built today. First, automated lead collection. Second is AI powered qualification and scoring. And the last is smart routing and follow-up automation. This agent will definitely save you hours of work if you're trying to actually score multiple leads all in the space of few hours. Hit that subscribe button if you know you've actually built some tool and you're proud of yourself. I share system like this every week to help you automate and scale your process. Drop a comment with your biggest lead qualification challenge. I read every single one and often turn them into future tutorials. And remember to download the templates in the description, build system, and let me know your results. I'll see you in the next video.